game called Yggdrasil. However, due to circumstances, the company has decided to shut down its servers. A certain player named Mamonga is a guild leader of Ainz Ol Gaun. He's savoring his last few moments in the game before the server shut down for good and it becomes history. The only other guild member is his dear friend Hiro, who was also inside the game. But he says his goodbyes to Mamonga and logs out, hence in turn leaving Mamonga as the only member of the guild still in the game. He loiters around, sits on the throne, and even messes up the settings of a prominent NPC named Albedo, because who even cares at this point? Albedo becomes a woman in love and gets obscenely obsessed with Mamonga from here on out. And this is where things have taken an interesting turn. Even after the time has passed and the servers have shut down, he's still in the game, unable to log out. Furthermore, the NPCs have come to life, meaning every single subordinate in their guild territory, aka the Great Tomb of Nazarick, is now a sentient human being. The world of the game has quite literally come to life. Mamonga takes a few moments to fully understand what's going on. He then asks the head butler, Sebes, to survey what's going on outside Nazarick, and sends Albedo to gather the floor guardians. Then at the Grand Arena of Nazarick, he tests the strength of both the 6th floor guardians, Aura and Mare. They're both twins and have to go up against the primal fire elemental which Mamonga summoned to prove their competence. Mare isn't all that keen on fighting though, but the two cute siblings are infatuated by the kindness of their leader. Eventually the floor guardians arrive, and there in the presence of their overlord, they kneel and swear their loyalty to the guild leader of Ainz Ol Gaun. This leads to Mamonga expressing his faith and confidence in them that they'll all sincerely fulfill their duties. He then informs them about how Nazarick is currently caught up in a mysterious situation, and that's when Sebes and the butler comes back from his survey and informs Mamonga about how the Nazarick is surrounded by grasslands instead of the swamps which used to be on the outskirts. Mamonga concludes that Nazarick has been mysteriously transported to an unknown land. He asks Albedo and Demiurge to create a strong information sharing system. As any great leader would, he asks them about their thoughts about how to conceal Nazarick from outside threats, commands them, and then teleports back to his throne. Meanwhile, the floor guardians were overwhelmed in his presence, and after he takes his leave, they can't help but praise their leader. Albedo even comments that out of the 41 supreme beings, he's the one on top, and the only one who is still with them. And looks like it wasn't just Albedo who gets sexually excited in Mamonga's presence. A vampire named Bloodfallen Shaltir is also the same. Though Demiurge mentions an interesting idea, Mamonga may very well leave them one day as well, so it'd be good insurance to have him declare his successor beforehand. Later, Mamonga changes his appearance after consulting with the battle maid Ner'Baral and decides to go outside. But Demiurge doesn't let him go alone and accompanies him after permission. The beauty of the world outside amazes him, and he kinda casually talks about taking over the world. Demiurge took that statement seriously. He then sees Mare exceptionally concealing the walls of Nazarick on his orders and rewards him with one of his rings. Albedo also enters the chat but gets irrationally irritated at the sight of Mare wearing one of those rings, so he presents her with one as well. She is the